Tyler Trimnall, just as you said, Matt.
Wow.
He's been looking for it the whole time, and here in the 73rd minute, Tyler Trimnall finally gets that goal. He's been working really. Cardona. Gabby trying to slow his run, and he does really well. Back to Cardona. Jamie DeLucio. Hansen. Drew Hansen with a goal. And there it is again. DeLucio to Hansen. That's becoming a potent. Cookus. Good pass there to Willie Cardona. I don't think realized how much space he actually had behind him. Lira to DeLucio. DeLucio, good pass to Cardona. Steps over it, and it's in. Willie Cardona. 58th minute. 2-0 for the Hops.
Great job to keep control of that ball. It's a very tough finish. Right on the goalkeeper's doorstep, Robert, but had to do a great job to keep control of that and get it onto a foot and get it back into the back of the net. Goalkeeper put it.
Interesting pass there from Gummer, but doesn't really end up where he wants it to go. DeLucio looking for an opportunity. Cookus with a good swing in there. Trimnall, and it's in. Tyler Trimnall, 71st minute. It's 3-0 to the Hops.
Well, Tyler has certainly earned that goal. Robert, he's worked hard all night. His hold-up play has been excellent. The pass that he made to create the goal on
Hops fairly would feel that the result was not what they earned, but back at it again today, and this is not a cup match, right, Robert? This is a
correct,
oh boy.
Correct. Jamie DeLucio takes it away, looking for a pass, and he got it. It's a goal. Drew Hansen gives Charlottetown the early lead, but we got to give both the assist in real time, but also the assist in terms of like absolute defensive act. Yeah, just needed.
No one there, probably because Tyler had played the ball to him in the first place. Just didn't have a chance to get into the box. Oh, boy.
Mika! And it's in. Mika, wow, that was really understated on my part. I did not actually see it go in until it.
Which I'm going basically on his picture here.
You're
on
right. It is 11. And the ball gets played to him immediately, and he heads it.
Vuk Martinovic on the end of it, and that is two.
And Hayden Pierce.
Vuk with the 90th minute goal.
Pierce into the match, catches on his head a long ball from that restart. Robert plays it off the head to Vuk Martinovic, who calm as
Ready in 5, 10, 9. Let's just go off that.
Good evening and welcome to the CSA Ortho Carolina Sportsplex in Pineville, North Carolina for tonight's National Premier Soccer League matchup between the league newcomers Burlington United FC and yours Charlottetown Hops FC. My name is Robert Morrison and I'll be bringing you all the action from tonight's match. And tonight I'll be joined by UNC Asheville soccer player Sage Branch as well, who we'll be speaking with in just a second. It hasn't been the best of starts to the NPSL season for the Hops, as a 2-0 loss at home against Hickory FC 2 weeks ago was followed by a heartbreaking away loss to Greenville United, as an early goal by the Hops' Ricardo Ferreira was canceled out by a Greenville penalty just 12 minutes later, and then a stoppage time winner from Edward Mensah ripped away any opportunity for Charlottetown's first point of the season. They'll head into tonight's matchup looking to get the season on track. The visitors enter the match with 1 point in 2 so far in their inaugural NPSL season, having secured an opening match 0-0 draw against Greenville United before losing 4-1 to Port City last weekend. So let me bring in Sage Branch to the conversation now. First of all, Sage, thanks for joining me for tonight. Glad to have you. It's good to not talk to myself for 90 minutes. That's really fun. So let me start off with this question. What do you think we need to see from Charlottetown tonight that will help them really get their season kick-started tonight, so to speak?
Well, just observing practice, a couple things that they can improve on from the first 2 matches. Charlotte Hops really needs to sharpen their transitional play. That is on both ends of the field, defensively and offensively. The team has really struggled at times with conceding goals, and much of that stems from how fast they transition, particularly when they are shifting from attack into defense. With such an attacking-minded formation, the Hops are able to create exciting chances up front, but it can also leave the back exposed most of the time if their squad is not locked in the entire game. In training, the team has really been focused on refining those transitional movements and creating more decisive opportunities in front of goal. I'm really interested to see how those adjustments will take shape in this match.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing that we talked about in the first match is, and we were talking about it before the game started, a lot of new players on the team this year. It's going to take a little time for them to get to know each other. So hopefully, as the season goes on, we'll see more of that. Any other bits of information you have to share for us tonight about tonight, Sage? Or
yeah, I'm just really excited because each team hasn't had a win yet,
Yep.
And I think there's a lot of momentum going into this game, especially from Burlington, coming off that match from Port City.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have a lot of energy, and they normally come out really strong. In that game against Port City, they came out really strong in the first 15 minutes, had that early goal, but ultimately couldn't keep the momentum going. So it's going to be interesting to see who gets that first goal in this match and who ultimately has their first win of the season.
Yeah, it was something we saw last weekend for Charlottetown. They scored first but weren't able to maintain that lead for very long, and then that led to ultimately the winner for Greenville in the final moments. So hopefully something both teams can be aware of. I'm sure both coaches will have talked about that for sure. But as we get closer to kickoff, before we kick things off, we got to get a few pieces of information to let you know about what's coming up and to say thank you for those sponsors and such that are part of the squad here for Charlottetown. First of all, the next home game is June 7th. Versus the aforementioned Greenville United. Join the Hops for great local beer and great local soccer. See future pros today at CSA and support local players pursuing their professional soccer dreams. Tickets are on sale now at charlottetownhops.com. When you come out to a Hops match, not only will you enjoy great local soccer, but you'll also enjoy great local beer and cider in the Hops Beer Garden. Thanks to Middle James Brewery and Red Clay Cidery for your support and for providing great beer for local soccer fans. All home games are on sale through our new ticketing partner, Sports Illustrated Tickets. Adult tickets start at just $10, and youth tickets are only $8 if you reserve them in advance. Visit charlottetownhops.com for the complete home game schedule. Here's a chance to join Hops' 2 reserve team for elite training this summer. You'll play with and against the top players in the area. If you want to stay fit and sharp for your fall season, play with the Charlottetown Hops this summer. For more information or to register, visit charlottetownhops.com. If you know an aspiring sports management executive, let them know that the Charlottetown Hops are hiring interns for the summer NPSL season. It's a great opportunity to learn the sports business and gain valuable real-world sports management experience. For more information, visit charlottetownhops.com. For the hoppiest soccer gear in America, head over to the online Hops shop at charlottetownhops.com. You can reserve your custom hoppy kit, T-shirts, hats, and other great-looking gear with the iconic Hops brand. Summer of Soccer is here. Enjoy great local beer while supporting local soccer players pursuing their professional soccer dreams. Hops home games are the best deal in town. Home games on June 7th, 14th, and 21st. Tickets on sale at charlottetownhops.com. So as the teams are coming out to get set, we'll quickly try to get through the lineups and see if we can do that before the national anthem. I'll start with the away side, and the head coach is Diego Walsh. We have defenders Angelo Paparapos, Manuel Trias, Joey Hurley, and Will Clark. In goal is Aiden Miller. Midfielders Tyler Elliott, Jackson Marshall, and Freddie Gomez. and the attackers are Tyler Johnson, Leo Vasconcelos, and Arden Tobolski. For the home side and head coach Morteza Ibrahimi, we have Luka Barros in goal. Diego Candia, Carson Bryce, and Vuk Martinovic are in defense. Tyler Schwartz, Bernardo Pacheco, Tucker Kern, Brady Lloyd in midfield. DJ Fay, James Jinkin, and Ricardo Ferreira are going to be your attackers. So it is maybe we don't know how this is going to play out, Sage, but it's kind of looking as if, and I think you kind of alluded to this, that we got 3 at the back possibly for Charlottetown. We'll see how it kind of plays out, which might be a little bit what you were alluding to with the attack-minded personnel.
Yeah, that kind of like attack-minded really helps get the ball forward and really start creating chances in the box. But with that kind of attacking mindset, it kind of leaves a few holes in the back, which I think has been a little bit like on the bad side for the Hops side. But hopefully they can kind of get that game under control today and we can get a few goals.
Yeah, absolutely. Be good to see. Didn't have any goals from the home side last time out and gave up 2 at there's never a good time to give up goals,
right.
But that, right at the end of the first half to kind of watch the game that felt fairly even for that first, 40 or so minutes, and then all of a sudden it just kind of collapsed underneath them in the final 5 or 10 minutes or so of the first half. So that will be something to watch out for as well. And we'll hope that everybody's good to go with that. Yeah, so we are just moments away from getting started here. The lineups are being announced here at the Sportsplex, and then we'll have the national anthem, and we'll be ready to go in the next couple of minutes. Once again, my name is Robert Morrison, here with Sage Branch. Sage, excited to have you again.
Excited to be here.
Fun to always have conversations, plus to have another eye on things as we move forward. So here we got the national anthem coming up, so we will be silent. All right, we are just moments away from the start of tonight's matchup. Home team in the all green kits, the away side in the all blue. It's a nice visual, I think, the green and the blue.
Yeah,
it looks
I'm
really
liking
nice.
the little colorway that's going on.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so is there any particular player from Charlottetown's point of view that you're going to be watching out for tonight, Sage? Anybody in particular that strikes you as like this could be somebody to unlock the team for tonight?
Yeah, definitely. I had the opportunity to talk to Tucker Kern this week and just kind of get the insights on the game and who he is as a player. So I'm definitely looking forward to kind of opening his story throughout the game and just really watching what he has to offer, because he really likes to be on the ball as much as he can and be super technical and make plays happen. So I'm really excited to see how that kind of goes in tonight's match.
Absolutely. Very good, very good. Now, Sage, what's your position choice at UNC Asheville? Where do they put you in?
So I'm a wing back, so lots of running up and down that
yes.
sideline.
Here we go. So we'll be on the lookout for that. I'm very interested, as I was saying before. I'm not really sure how this is going to play out from a shape point of view.
Right.
Because it looks like potentially a 3-4-3, but not sure. But we'll kind of see how it plays out, as I often do. All right, just moments away. Wow, they actually are ahead of schedule, which has never happened in the history of sporting events.
That never works out hardly.
My favorite thing is like when you go to like Charlotte FC games, and I've decided that the ESPN people have like preset, like the match has started, but I'm at the match and it hasn't started, but I get a notification the match has started, and I'm like, guys,
gotta get ahead of the game.
It's not there. It's not happening. All right. And now we wait and see how things will play out. The goalkeepers taking their spots, as are the rest of the team. All right, just waiting for the referee to get us rolling. I wonder if he too is looking at getting it started at the exact time. It's like 7:30 on the button. And we're off. The visiting side will get us rolling. Little back pass, and that will send Joey Hurley running. Oh, and that will go out for a throw-in for the visitors. Dealt with by Carson Bryce. And does look like a 3 to me.
Yeah, for sure.
Interesting. We got James Jenkin over here on this near side, who seems to be kind of moving in and out of maybe a wide kind of wingback situation, or cutting inside. So that'll be something to watch as to how that plays out. It's Tyler Elliott, intercepted by Vuk Martinovic, a crowd favorite here at CSA. Well loved. He has his own fan club. I don't know if you've seen that.
I actually met him today doing player interviews, and he was very, very nice.
Yes, very nice guy. He's been a cool guy to be around. Ball forward, and DJ Fay plays it out for a throw-in for the visitors. Let's move forward. Ball will come into the box, but that will be a corner kick as Martinovic plays it out. The shadows are going to be interesting. That far corner where the corner is coming out of, very deep in the shadows. Now the ball's going to just pop in, and it goes right to Luca Barros, who will play it deep. See if Brady Lloyd can get on the end of it. He can. He's got 3 defenders around him. Just tried to slip it into Ricardo Ferreira. Couldn't quite get there, but does well to track back and get the ball back. Now Brady Lloyd into the box. That ball is dispensed of. Good individual effort there, though, from Brady.
Yes, this is what Hops was trying to do. Get them on quick transitional moments. Burlington was high in the Hops end, and they quickly got it on the transition to go forward and look towards goal.
Long throw into DJ Fay. Swing, and there's a goal in the 4th minute.
What a perfect finish from Tucker Kern.
What did he know we were talking about?
I don't know.
That's perfect. We were talking about Tucker, and then he scores. Amazing. That was really a very well set up goal from a Charlottetown perspective. The long throw from Martinovic into the box, DJ Fay turns around, gives it to Tucker. Bam,
Yeah,
slots it in.
Perfect connection of passes, a great throw in, and a perfect finish. He said what he was gonna do, make plays happen, and hopefully get a goal or two.
And he was right.
He was definitely right.
Well done.
I interviewed the right person this week.
You did. So we just have to just keep picking out goal scorers.
Exactly.
And we're going to be all good to go. All right. So Charlottetown takes an early lead. If you didn't get here for the start of the match, folks, you already missed the first goal. Inside of the first 5 minutes, Charlottetown continuing to apply the pressure. Joey Hurley. And there's Martinovich in the middle of the mix again, and Tucker Kern also making menace of himself. That will be pulled back for a foul. I don't know. Do you want that stoppage right there? Are you okay with that? It felt like they still had control of the ball. I'm not sure about that, but
kind of going backwards.
There goes Brady Lloyd into the box again. He'll get taken down, but it's a good tackle. Over the top, Burlington with the breakaway. Luca Barros with a great save. Excellent work from Luca. One-on-one with Arden Tobolski, and Tobolski took it right into Luca's feet, and he did well to stop that ball. That's got to be a terrifying moment for a goalkeeper.
Yeah, especially as a rising sophomore, so new to the collegiate game. He's done very well in these past few matches as a starting keeper.
Absolutely. He was part of the squad last year, got some game time, but this is the first time we've seen him for an extended run with Charlottetown, so really cool to see. And he is part of the UNC Asheville men's team, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Cool. Is there a lot of interaction between the men's and the women's team, or is it?
Yeah, the men's and the women's team have a great relationship.
Awesome.
We're always supporting each other at games, just really bringing that energy.
Ball over the top. Hurley will deal with it. It'll be that one's gone. Somebody has to go get that ball now. It's like a tiny little slither of space.
It's probably ended up rolling down that hill.
Maybe. I'm not sure why they didn't think about that. Like, put the net closer.
Yeah.
It's big enough for the ball to go through. That's not good. Diego Candia. Maybe James Jenkin kind of floating down this right-hand side, and he'll get the ball. It's a good pass here. Jenkin again. To Tucker Kern. Pacheco. The ball will fall nicely. Charlottetown having good possession so far. We've seen the first goal already in the 4th minute from Tucker Kern. Breaks out to Martinovich. Lloyd. DJ Fay. This is good possession so far. Good turn there by Lloyd. And Tucker Kern again. Is he feeling it? Nope, good pass. Into Ferreira. Lloyd again. And Kern. Man, if he scores twice, we're just going to have you talk to the whole team next time. Jenkin. Good ball movement so far from Charlottetown. And Martinovich is going to be offside. Liking what you're seeing so far, Sage?
Yeah, I'm really interested, especially from the Hop side. As I'm watching, it almost seems like their wingbacks are tucking into the midfield, really high up, leaving 2 in the back. It's super attacking type of formation, which I had mentioned previously. So, and it's been working. I mean, we got that goal super early.
Yeah, you almost wonder if you look at a 4-1 scoreline from last week and from a coaching perspective, that's going to make you go, all right, what's there? What can we take advantage of from an offensive point of view? As it looks like Burlington are having a little trouble maintaining possession. They did have the one opportunity, but it was on a ball over the top. Well placed and everything, but ultimately well saved by Luca Barros as well.
Especially with how Hops is playing, Burlington's really going to have a hard time playing out of the back like they're trying to do right now. those long balls are definitely going to work over the top with how spread out the hops are in the back.
Yeah, and the pressure on the ball has got to make that even more difficult to find passes. Ball will go out of play. It will be a Charlottetown throw, which worked out really nicely for them last time they had a throw. It's a little deeper towards the midfield this time. Martinovich overthrows Ferreira. Ball gets sprayed out, but really well read by Jinkin. It's a good defensive play. Bryce. Tyler Schwartz coming out to get it. Just some probing moments here for Charlottetown, looking for the opening, but taking their time. You like to see the patience in this particular case. One of the benefits of the early goal, I imagine, yeah?
Yes, for sure.
Oh, this is a good ball in the center. It'll be DJ Fay. Can't quite chase it down, but in the end, Ferreira gets on the end of it there. Schwartz!
Another early goal.
10th minute in Charlottetown, who only had one goal to their name coming in, have now got two.
What a beautiful ball. Straight down the middle, an amazing touch onto the ball, and then a perfect cross. It was deflected a little bit, and then it was hit that second time for a goal. Amazing play.
Yeah, you wonder what Ricardo Ferreira was thinking about that. It looked like he wanted to get on the end of it, but probably knew he didn't have the best angle on that ball. So you let it play through, and Tyler's on the end of it, and it's 10 minutes in, and we got a 2-0 lead for the home side.
But, he got an assist. He got a touch on it.
There you go.
So.
All right. Well, now it gets really fun. Now it turns into, can you continue this momentum throughout the entirety of the match? Just keep the pressure mounting. Because, the downside of scoring twice inside of 10 minutes is that means you have 80 minutes to defend it.
Now you get super excited. You're into the game, and it's almost just like, how can we calm down the game and just keep possession without conceding more goals?
Right. What does this feel like from Burlington's point of view? Like, 10 minutes, you've already given up, conceded twice. What are you thinking from that perspective?
I think probably now they're feeling a little bit defeated. I think their mindset needs to, hey, we need to go get a goal, and then we need to go get another one. Just really attack it. I think this is going to be kind of a hard mindset to get out of now that they've scored pretty early. But, this is a team that I think doesn't really give up, continues fighting to the end, even if they're down goals.
And this ball, little fight there between Ferreira and Joey Hurley, and the Hops are going to win another throw deep in their own territory. See if Martinovich tries to play it into the box again. Nope, it'll just be a short one. My all-time favorite referee flex. I'm sorry, sir, that's not where the ball went out. And then they move anyway. That's
normally they tell you to move back.
That's true. He did move closer to the goal. That's a rarity. They're usually like, get over there, exactly. 3 inches. But my favorite part is that inevitably they take 3 steps forward and go back to where they were in the first place.
They go back to where they
were. Right. I always laugh when that happens. But also, like, you don't know exactly where the ball went out, my friend. Oh, that's going to be a foul on Tyler Schwartz, the goal scorer. Well, I think this is working out exactly like Charlottetown would have wanted. We talked about what they needed to do to get on track, and so far I think it's pretty safe to say they have done it. Oh, that's a giveaway from Ferreira. Hard tackle, but a fair one, says the referee. Lloyd pops it up. Martinovich. Good header to Ferreira. Really good passage of play there. Pacheco. And he'll play it back to Diego Candia. Well, folks, I don't know what to tell you. If you missed the first quarter of an hour of this match, you've missed a lot of excitement. 2 goals inside of the first 10 minutes. A breakaway for the away side that was well saved by the Hops goalkeeper. Lots of action. And lots of pressure continuing to come from Charlottetown. Now Burlington on the break, trying to move forward. It's Tyler Elliott to Bulski. Elliott chasing after it again, but that's really good work there by Carson Bryce to come all the way across from the other side to defend that. Ferreira try to flick it on. Ball falls back to him. Schwartz. That'll go out for a Charlottetown throw as we reach the 15th minute. It's always one of those situations where you score 2 goals this fast, you're like, oh, it's going to be like 9-0 before halftime, right? And then everything kind of settles down, and that doesn't happen because that rarely happens.
Yes.
Martinovich way up. Fay tried to get to it but couldn't control it. But it'll go out for another Charlottetown throw. Seems like we get a little panic from Burlington when they try to move the ball a little faster. The passes at least are not as crisp as they probably want them to be.
And they're sitting really low, not pressing super, super aggressively like the Hops is. They're kind of just like waiting for the perfect moment to strike when they make a mistake.
Kind of very contrasting styles for sure. But then you end up with most of the match kind of being compressed in the same space.
Yes.
So over the top ball, let's see if Martinovich can get on the end of it. It's at least going to put pressure on Clark. And Clark passes the ball to Ricardo Ferreira, who is not on his team. Ferreira crossing in, looking to make the pass. Oh! That would have been a very exceptional goal if he could have gotten that through Miller's. The angle on that was very awkward, but Miller did well.
Those balls over the top really seem to be working. Their wingers are super fast and can get on the ball quickly and put balls into the box super fast.
Yeah, it's like an immediate, as soon as the ball is...
They just pounce immediately.
More of that pressure. And now Kern putting the pressure on the ball, and it falls to Trias. Paparubas, it's a pretty good ball, but I think Jenkins is going to be able to shield off Tyler Johnson. So nothing doing there.
Burlington is really fighting to find those pockets in the space in the back, but just not really working at the moment.
Yeah, you can see their game plan as it compares to what Charlottetown's trying to do for sure is very noticeable from this perspective for sure. Little pressure coming here from Burlington. Because at some point you got to say, okay, maybe this is not what we wanted to do, but maybe this is what we have to do as this ball falls to Bulski. Oh, Jenkins does really well.
I think Burlington has realized that we need to press or they're just going to launch the ball forward, and that's where they're finding the most trouble in the back.
Absolutely. Goes out for a throw. James Jenkins, who played more of a forward role in the first match here at the Sportsplex, has slid into this right wing back, whatever it is, fairly well. I think he's slid nicely into that spot tonight.
Always like to have a versatile player that can play anywhere.
Yeah, and that's one of the many benefits is Tyler Elliott moves forward to Bulski. Well blocked there, and it comes in, and that's a goal.
What a goal.
But offside. An offside attempt. It seem like he came flying out of nowhere. I do wonder, so as not to over-homer, it did look like that took a deflection off a Hops player. But the offside stands, and it's not a goal for the visitors, although that was really well worked.
Yeah, very well. I think it definitely gave them some motivation, like, okay, like, we can get goals. We just need to really, really work and keep pressing.
And conversely, something for Charlottetown to pay attention to, like,
exactly.
Okay, well, that's what happens. Let's be aware of that particular circumstance in the future.
That's the thing about scoring early is, like, you still have so much more soccer to play, and you
Yes.
never know what's going to happen.
Kern, this will be a ball over the top for Ferreira, who's really making a menace of himself so far tonight. Oh, and that ball didn't quite get where he wanted it to go. A little miscommunication there between Ferreira and his teammate. Burlington coming back on the counter. And that slows down immediately. Long ball coming over to Tyler Johnson. Jenkins got a couple inches on the winger. Heads it out for a Burlington throw. Not sure what happened there. But Bernardo Pacheco is going to have a little conversation, or going to be have a little conversation with the referee. Now he'll go over and make sure everybody's good. Gomez, good tackle by Jenkins, and it will go out for a Burlington corner. Their second. First one went right to Luca Barros, so we'll see if they can get a better delivery, as the sun is pretty much clear of this side of the pitch almost completely. It's a strange low ball that in the end nothing comes of the effort.
Those front post deliveries are kind of hard to get on the end of.
It seemed a little rushed to me,
Yeah.
too, like it happened very quickly, and the Burlington player just kind of flew in, was like almost like he was surprised that the ball had already been played, and it's like, okay.
Honestly, you have to be super composed on corner kicks. Make sure your team is set so you can attack the goal efficiently and get something out of it.
Right, and you would think in Burlington's case, already down 2-0, the goals are at a premium so far on their season. Those set pieces, you would think that's got to be a time when
really important.
Like, take your time on it, don't rush it.
But again, still much soccer to be played. Never know what can happen.
Indeed. 70-ish minutes or more than likely at this point. Hurley skies the ball. He played backwards. Bryce Martinovich. Brady Lloyd will get on the top of it. It'll be Martinovich out to Ricardo Ferreira. Tries to flip it over to Lloyd, but he can't quite get there. Burlington moving forward. And Carson Bryce comes over and deals with that. Pretty good showing from the Hops back line so far, the one disallowed goal notwithstanding.
Did a great job of holding that line.
Yeah, and that was one thing you were talking about at the beginning. Like, that's something they need to be aware of. And
exactly.
So this ball comes in, and again, well dealt with by Martinovich, but it'll be another corner for Burlington.
See if they redeem themselves on this one.
They seem to be taking their time a little bit more. Sizing this one up. Pretty good ball in. Yeah, it's probably going to get you a foul every time you lean into the goalkeeper like that. Everybody still tries it, just in case. You never know. I think you make contact, like that's almost immediately got to protect those guys. Tucker Kern turning and running. Vuk Martinovich. Charlottetown back on the attack. Carson Bryce back to his goalkeeper. So the Hops will try to switch the play a little bit. Martinovich way out. That's about as far away as you could be from the back line and still be, I guess, considered part of it. That'll just go out for a Burlington throw. That's good work there from DJ Fay to not necessarily make contact with the ball, but forces an errant pass. I was going to say an inerrant pass, which would be incorrect. Pacheco. Martinovich. See if Lloyd can get on the end of this. And the ball pops up on his arm, and it's a handball going the other direction. Entering the 25th minute of the first half. Hops 2, Burlington United FC nothing. Robert Morrison, Sage Branch here with you. Having a good time so far because goals have been scored. And that's what you want.
It's been very exciting.
Pacheco tries to turn and make, runs into a Burlington player, but still gets the ball back. Charlottetown looking to make some more noise, but at this point in the matches, it's probably too early to be thinking about preservation of the lead so much as just like play your game, right?
Right.
So if you start trying to park the bus with 65 minutes left to play, that's not a great pass, and Tyler Elliott comes down with it. Elliott, it's Gomez. Gomez will swing it into the box, but ultimately goes over the top of the net.
I mean, that's what Burlington was waiting for them to make a mistake so they can pounce and get the ball forward.
Yeah. Just from their perspective, unfortunately, Charlottetown has not made that many mistakes so far, and so the opportunities are few and far between. It's certainly a risky way to play.
Exactly.
Because you're hoping that the team you're playing is going to make those errors, and if they don't, well, then you're just sitting back defending an awful lot with nothing to show for it offensively. Martinovich probably knew he was going to be offside there, and so he can't chase the ball down, but Ricardo Ferreira will. And that will go out for a Charlottetown throw, which Vuk Martinovich will take absolutely nowhere near where the ball actually went out. Referee did no flex this time from the ref. I don't know why I'm obsessed with that. Every time it just makes me laugh. Pacheco to a good turn. And a foul going the other direction. Bernardo Pacheco, who I was really impressed with in the Hops first match as like a defensive-minded midfielder. Trias. Back to Barros. Bryce. Martinovich. He's going to try to find a good ball. It's Tucker Kern to get on the end of it, but he cannot win the race. Now he's putting a little pressure there on Hurley, but Hurley does well to usher it out for a goal kick. It's turned out to be a very nice night. Got a nice crowd. Good away group. Not quite the group that we had last week, or last time out. Hickory brought the noise. No band. We'll have to give Burlington some notes. Gomez. Oh, really well done by Tyler Schwartz. Excellent footwork. Pacheco. Fay. Martinovich. Approaching the half-hour mark of the first half. Things have settled down significantly, as you would have anticipated. still pretty good offensive group, as that is going to be a foul. Hops trying to play it quickly, although it goes backwards, so. Jenkin. Candia. Little misplay there by Faye. Trias. Tucker Kern does well to step into that pass. Clark. Marshall back to Clark. Zabulski. Elliott. Switch of play. Paparoupas. A little spell of possession here for Burlington, a little out of character from what we've seen, as Elliott turns. Zabulski. Elliott again. Bryce can't quite control it, but in the end, Elliott couldn't control it, and he had an opportunity in the box, but Barros falls on it. Probably their best spell of possession, I would say, of the match so far.
Oh, for sure. I think they're really finding their groove, and kind of just like these last few minutes of the first half. So I think they're looking to just really secure that first goal.
Yes, something for Charlottetown to be aware of is they've seen a couple of good spells of possession from Burlington. Ferreira ends up with the ball on that cross from Martinovich. And the veteran Faye. Kern. The ball might have bounced up and got him, but referee didn't see fit to give it. Lloyd trying to pressure forward, loses the ball. Tucker Kern. Official over here calling Faye offside, I suppose, for coming back to get it, but Burlington United still looking for their first, well, not their first real chance. I suppose the one that was called off was a real chance. It just wouldn't have counted.
Yeah, they're definitely creating chances for sure.
Lloyd to Pacheco. Back to Candia. Pacheco finds Martinovich. Oh, sorry, that's Ferreira. There's Martinovich. Vuk crossing it into the box. Ooh. It's a heading opportunity, but it does fall to Pacheco. Pacheco, good turn. Another one. Jenkin. Into the box. Jenkin ends up with the ball. Parried off by the goalkeeper. It falls to DJ Faye, and he can't quite get control of it. That was going to be a difficult chance. On the volley, it didn't quite bounce the way that he wanted to, but still good build-up there from Charlottetown.
Amazing footwork from number 9, just to really try to get a chance in the box. It bounced around a little bit, but ultimately created a really good chance, but just could not finish.
Yeah, to take that from outside the box, get it past the defender and in to make the cross was a good effort there from James Jenkin. Elliott. Straight to DJ Faye, who finds Ricardo Ferreira. Ferreira pretty much all alone, but he takes it right at the keeper. The parry almost comes back to Ferreira again.
My goodness.
And quite an explosion of opportunities here in the final minutes here for Charlottetown. As the pressure continues to build. That was a good save from Aiden Miller.
That's the thing about Charlottetown, they always take advantage of opportunities when given.
Now Burlington trying to build out of the back. Again, a difficult proposition when being pressured like they are. Although the pressure has certainly backed off a little bit from Charlottetown.
super aggressive in the first 15 minutes, but kind of want to just maintain the game now since they're sitting in a really good position.
Yeah, you can't maintain that kind of pressure for 90 minutes anyway. Tyler Johnson cuts it inside. Finds Jackson Marshall. Marshall trying to swing a pass. Will Clark takes it just a little heavy. And Martinovich eventually controls it. And now the Charlottetown on the attack again. Ferreira with a good ball from Brady Lloyd. Trying to cross in. Ferreira, good strength. DJ Fay, that's a good, pretty good touch there. Just a little heavy from Fay. Schwartz will recycle and try to see if he can get one in the box as we get closing in on minute number 35. Candia, Carson Bryce. Really unfortunate from Charlottetown's perspective not to get a shot out of that one.
I know.
Ferreira, Martinovich. Martinovich looking to make the cross in, but it's straight at a Burlington player. Jenkin, Pacheco, Fay, Lloyd loses the ball at his feet. Burlington on the move. Tobolski. End-to-end stuff here the last couple of minutes. Gomez. And Barros takes control of that one.
Burlington really putting in the effort to have a fighting chance at goal.
Well, at this point, you got to think the nerves are setting in a little bit. Like if we go into the half down 2-0, like what's the difference in the mindset between 2-1 or 2-0 going into halftime?
Right.
Lloyd to Tucker Kern. Starts to turn backwards and then switches the field. Ferreira, Kern again. Ricardo Ferreira. Oh, good pass to Pacheco. Pacheco can't quite get control of it initially. He fights for the ball and he ends up losing it to Elliott, but Vuk Martinovich steps in front of it, trying to catch the goalkeeper off his line a bit, but Miller, up to the challenge.
I really liked that early ball across. I think that definitely would have worked if we had gotten a proper touch on it.
Needed somebody else to realize that it was coming there too.
Yeah.
Paparuba's back to Trias. Back to the fullback, who's now cutting all the way inside and finds Joey Hurley. Martinovich with the foul. Almost got away with it because he said he was sorry about it, but I don't think that usually works.
Maybe if he asked nicely.
Yeah. Like, it's, I didn't mean to. Like, right? That's how that works, right? If you just tell them, really apologize. So, free kick for Burlington. Again, as we talked about earlier, this is an opportunity that you think the visitors have got to take advantage of.
Right.
Dead ball opportunity. See if they can't make something happen here.
So far, their set pieces haven't been the best, so maybe they'll take advantage of this opportunity so late into the first half.
Nothing much there. That was an interesting situation. They were outnumbered along the edge of the box there. Not really sure what the thought was there as Ferreira waits for the ball to fall, and this is a good build-up opportunity for Charlottetown. Tyler Schwartz plays it in. DJ Fay coming out of nowhere, but it'll be a goal kick. Again, good build-up play. Just can't quite get to the end product over the last 20 minutes or so since the opening 2 goals. But you want to continue to build that pressure.
For sure.
Johnson. Pacheco does well, and it will be Charlottetown's ball, as Bernardo Pacheco said. I don't know if he convinced the referee. I don't know. I'm sure that happens from time to time. The referees are like, I don't actually know what happened. We'll say he said it was his, so we'll let him have it.
Some disagreements from the stands too.
Pretty good throw in. DJ Fay trying to hunt the ball down. Did not work out in execution, but I think it was a really good idea there from Jenkins here on the sideline. Trying to catch Burlington napping a little bit. And he almost had him, save for the one player who was on the spot there. Joey Hurley. Martinovic stepping in front of that one, using his wily veteran status to get in front of those balls. There's again. Tell you what, he's creating quite a stir over there on that side of the pitch. Up and down, defending, whipping the crosses in. There he is again. It seems like he's everywhere tonight. Ferreira, he'll get a foul as we enter into the final 5 minutes or so of the first half. Couple goals, may have a minute or two of stoppage. We'll see how that all plays out. We don't have a board here, so they'll just play until they stop playing. It's kind of how that works.
Sometimes they'll hold up a little number on their fingers, if you can see.
We have a Charlottetown throw. So they march down the field. Martinovic into Brady Lloyd. Back to Martinovic. Tucker Kern. Pacheco. Jenkins. Schwartz. Cutting it inside to DJ Fay to Pacheco. Just looking for that little opening as Fay pops back out. Kern again. And here comes the quick movement. Tucker Kern out to Vuk Martinovic. Martinovic can't quite get the end product there. Needed one more good pass, as that will be a foul going the other direction. That was an almost opportunity there.
Almost opportunity. They have so much pace up at front, which has allowed them to create so many chances.
Jenkins does well there to read the play. Be a Burlington throw. Johnson. Elliott. Zabolski. Pretty good turn there. Pretty good feet. Gomez blocked. I'm pretty sure that was Vuk Martinovic again. Man is everywhere. What can I say?
Just a wall you can't get through, apparently.
Yeah. And another corner for Burlington, who are racking these things up tonight. Although, as we've said a couple of times, nothing has come of it so far. So
lots of set pieces.
You're okay conceding them as long as nothing's coming of them. And there's Martinovic again. Goodness gracious, moving forward. Bernardo Pacheco. Oh, Charlottetown on the run now. Here we go. Ricardo Ferreira, see if he can make the pass. Oh, well blocked.
The speed is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's just the change from defense to offense has been very impressive. Something that we didn't see in the first matchup of the season a couple weeks ago. So it's really cool to see how far they've come. And as you know, they've added a few players into the mix that helps a little bit. As Kern gets the ball. An opportunity. Oh my goodness.
Did not see that one coming.
No one did.
What an unbelievable strike.
The goalkeeper had absolutely zero idea about that ball. I have nothing.
I have nothing to say.
Goodness, great, like, wow. Ricardo Ferreira, just an absolute, it's not even a dagger or a dart or a rocket. He just like perfect placement in the upper right-hand corner, and the keeper, who is a fairly tall human being, we must say, like, that, I mean, the placement of that, oh goodness, like that's...
Especially from how far he was outside the box. So
and the angle of it, and just like nothing about it was...
Sometimes those strikes are really hard to read, especially from that angle. So as a keeper, it's really challenging to really gauge where that ball is going and where it will end up.
Yeah, absolutely incredible stuff there from Ricardo Ferreira. And Charlottetown are really in business now. I mean, that has got to be maybe the most deflating thing that happened from a Burlington point of view. You took the hits at the beginning of the match. You went down 2, but then you held your own for 30 minutes, and then that wonder strike, and all of a sudden you're down 3, and you absolutely what do you do from here?
Before that, I would say Burlington had a really good chance of coming back and really just honing in on what they know how to do, but I'm wondering if maybe this shot their confidence just a little bit going into this next
half. Absolutely. Here's a cross in from Burlington, but Carson Bryce is up to it. Does fall back to Johnson, but that'll be it. We got like 15 seconds of stoppage time. I don't think I've ever seen that before. All right, well, that was unusual. Hit 45 minutes and 15 seconds, and the referee was like, that's enough. That's enough. All right, well, 3 goals from Charlottetown. We got a 4th-minute strike from Tucker Kern, a 10th minute from Tyler Schwartz, and then Ricardo Ferreira in the 44th minute, just an absolute stunner of a shot. And Charlottetown heads into the half up 3-0. Sage, I think this was pretty much what you were talking about before we started.
I think I'm sidekick.
You must be.
Everything that I said happened. So
there you go. We're excited to have seen all that take place. So we're going to go ahead and take a little break for halftime. We'll be back right before the beginning of the second half to talk about what the second half could look like. Until then, we'll see you on the other side. right, welcome back to the CSA Ortho Carolina Sportsplex here in Pineville, North Carolina. Robert Morrison here with you. Charlottetown, a dominant performance in the first half. They're up 3-0. We do have some substitutions to mention before we get started. Cole Freeman coming into the game for Luca Barrios, and it's going to be brotherly love going on up in the front of the Hops attack as Rodrigo Ferreira coming in for DJ Fay. I have with me, as we get started with the second half, a former Hops player, a Hops alum, if you will. That is one Mr. Titus Sandy. Titus, first of all, thanks for coming up and chatting with me for a little bit.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's always good to have other people. I was telling Sage that it's nice. There have been many games in my this is my third year. I've been here since the beginning where I've had to stand up here and talk to myself. So it's always nice not to do that. So Titus, you were with the Hops last season. You attended school at Clemson University.
Yes, sir.
That's correct. And you just had the opportunity to be drafted into MLS by Orlando City.
Really exciting stuff. Yep.
Yeah, but it sounds like you had a difficult end to your Clemson career.
Yeah. I sadly got injured during last year, and God willing, I came back to it and got surgery, which was great, and rehab has been going really well. So I'm with the Hops this summer, just trying to get fit back and ready to go.
Yeah, that's a cool story. So we were talking a little bit before we started. What was the draft? I mean, I don't know. They spend a lot of time like in the NFL, talking about the draft. I'm sure it's not quite as big of a spectacle at the MLS level, but
yeah.
What was the process like from your perspective? What was it like to get that call? What could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So we actually had there's a brand called Kickball Pod that was streaming the event. So I had it on my TV, and my family and I were just watching it, just waiting patiently. And then when they said my name, I just kind of froze for a second. I was just ecstatic. My family was celebrating, going crazy. So it was a really good feeling.
So there was no call. Orlando didn't call you and be like, hey, we're about to draft you. It was just like you just heard it
my
live
agent,
in the moment.
My agent called me about 2 minutes before.
Wow.
And I couldn't believe it, so I literally told him, like, no, you're lying. And then finally when it was on the screen is when I finally kind of believed it, and it was a great feeling.
That's absolutely wild.
Yeah.
As we're just getting started here in the second half, mentioned the substitutes for Charlottetown, the very unusual second half goalkeeper swap that you don't see very often. But I guess when you're up 3-0, you got to give the other goalkeeper an opportunity, and he immediately gets pressed in to service here. We do have a change for Burlington as well, trying to piece that one together. Sometimes this can be a little difficult to try to, you got to okay, well, I see that person is in the match, but I don't know who he is in for. I think I have it sorted out, but I'm still trying to figure it out. So the rehab is going well?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's been going really well. I do PT 3 times a week, and it's been amazing so far. And being able to train with the Hops has also been really helpful.
Any chance at some game time before the season's over? Or what?
Yeah. I'm hoping next month. I'm about to get cleared pretty soon to start actual contact and in-game stuff, which is nice. So hopefully you'll see me on the field pretty soon.
Nice. That would be a good opportunity just to kind of get back up to match fitness before you head out, as this is a little bit of a mistake from Burlington. It'll be Ricardo Ferreira. Back to Brady Lloyd. Lloyd looking for an opportunity, and he ends up passing it to a Burlington player. I believe it's Wape Masika, who's in the match. Number 77 right here near us is move down forward. This will be an opportunity, but the ball is played off the Burlington attacking player. That is Freddie Gomez. Still trying to figure out who Masika has come in for. Need a board. Need a board so bad. So, Titus, you were also telling me about a a brand that you have. It's a clothing line. That you're working in. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So during my rehab process, I started a soccer brand called Mindful Collective FC, and basically what it is it's a brand just trying to empower Charlotte soccer players out there and kind of build a community through it. So we do it through apparel, through training programs and mentorships. So that's been going really well.
Nice. That's really cool. Is that you just hoping that be something you can lean into throughout your playing career and then provide you with opportunities when that's all done? Is that kind of the thought process?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely want to build it and scale it in a way that will continue to help out others, which is kind of the main goal of Mindful Collective.
Martinovic, sweep that ball into Ricardo Ferreira. Back to Martinovic, who's had a really good game so far in the first half. Did you get to know Vuk at all during your time?
Yeah. He's a great player and an even better person. He is very helpful and a great leader on the team, which is nice to have.
Yeah, he's been around since the beginning of Charlottetown's time, so it's been kind of cool to get to know him, and he's been kind of the linchpin in the staff or in the squad for his entire time here.
For sure.
So it's cool to see that, and the fact that he still gets to go out there and play.
Yeah,
which is awesome. All right, just getting started. We're in the 50th minute, about 5 minutes into the second half. Charlottetown with a excellent first half. Titus, anything else that you want to share with us at this point? Any other cool things or anything you wanted to share before?
No, I appreciate you having me, and I appreciate the opportunity that Hops gives to players. It's not only a good team, but it's a really good culture to be around, and the level is extremely competitive, and that's the reason I'm kind of back here this season. The chemistry is great, coaching is great, and we actually play really nice football, and I think that's why we attract so many families and players to come and watch us, which is nice.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been really cool to see over the years some players that have overlapped, some players that are new, and we're seeing a lot of cool opportunities for that. So, Titus, thanks really much. Thanks so much for joining us. I appreciate your time. Best of luck to you in your rehab. Hopefully we'll see you out here before the season ends, and hope everything goes well.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Titus Sandy, look for him, hopefully, in the years and years to come out of Orlando City. Unfortunately, he'll be, hopefully the next time he returns to Charlotte will be as a visiting player in MLS. But we'll say nice things about him anyway. All right, Burlington United taking some action here, but it's been kind of a lot of nothing so far. As Bernardo Pacheco to make something happen. This is Rodrigo Ferreira trying to find his brother. Falls to Will Clark. A little bit of a collision there. The referee was going to let it go for a moment, but ultimately calls a foul.
Not really. I normally just like to get it in training.
Elliott
If you have time after.
to Tobolski. Out to Will Smith. Runs by Brady Lloyd. The ball falls to Gomez, but ultimately the Hops will be able to play it out. Ferreira tried to get to that one first, but it'll be Tobolski.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't expect to hear my own self.
Like your self-talk, yeah.
Gomez flying in to the box.
I don't like hearing my self-talk.
Yeah. It's good though. I appreciate it. Thank you.
A bit of a slow start to this second half. As we welcome Sage back. Sage, she's getting herself together. All right.
Function.
All good. It happens. Sage, good to see you.
Glad to be back.
Yeah. That was a good chat with Titus.
Yeah, it was very interesting to learn about him as a player and what he's doing outside of the Hops.
Yeah. I mean, really interesting. Like the thing about the draft from an MLS player perspective is really just super interesting. Like I can't even imagine that. Like what that feeling must have been like. Like oh man.
Wow, I'm going pro.
yeah.
That's so cool.
Like that would be truly an incredible opportunity. So hopefully everything will go well. So we had a couple of changes from both sides. I think I've got them all worked out. We'll see how it goes. It's been a little slow going. It feels like neither side is really quite on top of things as this ball is going to fall to Ricardo Ferreira. Rodrigo Ferreira swings it in. He's going to find it. A good save. From Aiden Miller. We got the brothers Ferreira up top for Charlottetown.
Charlottetown is really keeping that momentum going forward, just eager to have more goals.
Absolutely. Well, you got to think, I mean, if it's not already fairly well done and dusted at this point, another one would more or less put this one to bed. So Charlottetown probably thinking about get that fourth goal and
call it a night.
Yep.
I guess.
Yeah, we're just saying to Titus, very rare goalkeeper halftime substitution, which you don't see that very frequently unless there's an injury.
Yeah. I had the opportunity to talk to Cole before the game.
So look at that. You also predicted this opportunity. What did you talk to Cole about?
I was just getting interviews. I was just talking to him, like, do you think that you're going to get a debut? And just stuff on being a freshman playing at this level. And he was like, tonight might be that night. And I was like, well, I hope it happens for you.
There it is.
And it happened, so I'm very happy for him.
We gotta get the word out. You talked to Sage before the game.
Maybe there just needs to be like a superstition before
something
games.
Happens.
Something happens.
So he's a freshman. He's starting college in the fall. Is that?
Yeah, he said he's currently undecided. He's got a few options, but keeping it open.
It's good to have options.
Yes.
Looks like we got another substitution for the visiting side. That is Freddie Gomez coming out. And coming in is TBD. Diego Thompson, number 31, is coming into the match for Gomez. Ferreira to his brother. Oh, good footwork there. They couldn't quite hold on to it. Freeman. Tucker Kern to Pacheco. Good pass there to find Tucker again. Martinovic. Good idea, but it was offside. Just a little bit of a ill-timed run there from Rodrigo Ferreira. One of those situations where the substitutes start to maybe throw the rhythm off a little bit as everybody tries to get a foot in the game, and the guys who were already playing are in their own rhythm, and the substitutes are trying to figure it out, right?
Right. They bring that kind of new energy to the game, fresh legs, looking to make plays happen. So it's an interesting dynamic to see how it is like versus a player who's been on the field for almost 90 minutes compared to someone who has fresh legs and ready to go.
It's a good over-the-top ball for Thompson and Freeman. Excellent work from Cole Freeman. Sage, you just got to go out there and talk to each of these players individually. It is putting good work, man.
An amazing debut so far.
Full extension from Cole Freeman. Diego Thompson had him dead to rights, and it was actually a good take, but
A really good opportunity from Burlington, but ultimately was shut down by Cole Freeman.
Another corner for Burlington, who have not been lacking in them. Oh. The ball played off back there. That could have been trouble, but good work there from Jenkins to recover. Go out for a Burlington throw-in, and they'll try to recycle quickly. Kern fights for it, a good tackle, and ends up with a ball, but it'll be a foul going the other way. Excuse me, that's in Charlottetown's favor. My apologies. Sometimes they flip the field and I get all confused. Carson Bryce, Luke Martinovich, Brady Lloyd, Bernardo Pacheco. I like it when they play over on this side. It's much closer. I can see what's going on. The switch of play.
Makes it easier.
Yeah, switch of play. Ricardo Ferreira trying to get up on the end of it. Will Smith steps in front of him. Got work to do and does well with it. Good little flick on. And Burlington are on the move again. Another ball over the top. And good work there by James Jenkins. What would you say from a player's perspective is the most difficult part about a sizable lead like this?
I think definitely it's getting out of the mindset of like, I wish this was over, and like, especially being down like this. But I think the good part is it builds character for sure, like knowing how to push through hard times even when you don't want to play. Those are normally the difference makers in having a game that really, really counts.
Hops on the move again. Ferreira to Ferreira. That's fun. Back to Ferreira. Brady Lloyd. Good save there by Miller. I think Brady was expecting he was going to be offside there because he kind of looked over at the referee, and there's a foul on Diego Thompson, and Tucker Kern takes another one. It kind of looked like he was like waiting for the referee to call him offside.
Yeah, a little bit. It looked like it was maybe like an arm offside.
It was close for sure, but you got to just keep playing it. I mean, you know, at this level, I imagine it's difficult to think about that. And it's a foul going on Rodrigo Ferreira, who was pretty sure that was going to be a corner kick. So this just occurs to me that in college, the college substitution rules are different, correct? Is that?
Yeah, it recently changed not that long ago of when you come into the game, if you get subbed out, then you cannot come back in.
So that's a relatively recent
Yes,
change.
that's a relatively recent change in the NCAA rules.
Gotcha. So most of these players are probably used to more natural 90-minute runs or certain, because it was up until that point, it was you could go back in.
Yeah, you could sub and you could go back in, but now it's like in college, now it's different. And so coaches nowadays want to find super fit players who can play those 90 minutes and not let the standard drop. Yeah,
I imagine at some point, at least the U.S. Soccer Federation was like, this is not really helping us if you're having them play for 30 minutes and then subbing off and then going back. Like, that's not giving them a real indication of whether or not the fitness levels are where they need to be. Yeah. So it makes sense. That's kind of a strange, like, fairly major rule difference.
Also with roster caps now being implemented in college soccer, it's definitely hard for people to get significant minutes as people who are on the bench.
Not really sure what happened there. They call is it offside? I'm not really sure. That was a strange occurrence. We are getting a hop substitution, it looks like. James Jenkins coming off. And in his place,
number. Turn around.
See, this is fun. This is the game that we play every week.
I think it's 4.
4.
I think it is.
4, yeah.
Okay.
Josh Zalaki. There we go.
I think he's also a freshman, like a rising freshman in college.
Gotcha. Hops continuing to apply the pressure. Just a little bit of a misplay there from Ferreira. Yes, that is Josh Zalaki, number 4, coming into the match. Exciting. Always exciting trying to figure out these things from a distance.
We need a board.
A board and or bright neon numbers. I'm not sure that was Jenkins, though. I think
Zalaki.
Zalaki. Did you talk to him before the game, too?
I didn't, actually, no.
Well, all right. Well, nothing good will happen for him. No, I'm just kidding. As he's going to score. Oh!
I feel like maybe some people don't need my help.
That was funny. I believe it was Tyler Schwartz that came off, not Josh Jenkins, by the way, just for my own personal edification. That was funny. That was like the reverse announcer jinx.
If I'm not mistaken, did they switch formation?
I think they've sort of fallen into something closer to a back 4. It's not quite as attack-minded as it would be, which, makes sense given the 3-0 lead. There's a foul for Burlington, and they'll move back forward. We have another substitution, and that will be Tyler Elliott coming off. Elliott coming off. Yes, I'm getting word that Josh Zalaki was a high school graduate yesterday. So, young fella. So that's Christopher Hercules Henriquez coming in. Hercules. That's a good one.
It's a strong name.
That is. Ha! I see what you did there. Number 8 for Burlington. It's my favorite part of the whole spiel. Just trying to figure out. Just need them to switch to like bright colored numbers. That would really help. It's a good switch here from Tucker Kern, James Jenkins on the end of it. Pacheco. Kern scored the first goal for Charlottetown. Weaving his way through. Good footwork there from Tucker. A little recycling of the ball there. Oh. Good effort there from Ferreira to save it. And it comes back to Ricardo Ferreira. Ferreira to Pacheco. Tucker Kern. Kern driving forward. Tried to make a good pass, but was bumbled over. A little judicious or lacking No cards so far, which is interesting.
He's been fouled a ton.
Yeah,
in this
Tucker's
game.
taken a lot of hits. Must not have been the same person otherwise. I imagine the accumulation of the fouls would have been enough. But
he's just super crafty in the midfield. It's almost impossible to defend him at times.
This will be a free kick for Charlottetown. See if they try to work something. It's a short one for Pacheco. Now the ball will come into the box. James Jenkins. Martinovic! Holy, that's a great save by Aiden Miller.
Yeah. What an effort to get ahead on that ball.
James Jenkins with a peach of a ball, as they say, and Martinovic right on the spot. That's a training grounds routine if I've ever seen one. I like the beginning of that because it kind of lulls you into, they're just going to take it short, and then all of a sudden they take the free kick off the end of it. So well played there. A corner kick for Charlottetown. They got two people on either side of the goalkeeper trying to nullify him. Near posts. Doesn't go anywhere. Pacheco turns. Ball out. Rodrigo Ferreira finds his brother. Oh, and he tries to loop it in. He was feeling himself after that first half goal. The degree of difficulty also quite high on that effort. Imagine coming off the turn and then having to find the target there is quite difficult.
Quite difficult.
It's the Hops getting back into pressuring the ball. Vlasky. Martinovic will run it down. Back to Freeman. So done well for himself so far. Had that one save and doesn't look like the game is too big for him.
No, he's super confident in his distribution. Two amazing saves coming out.
Little weave there and a back heel and a goal for the visitors.
That is a play that they've been trying to get all game. Just runs in behind, really getting them in pockets of space that they're really not paying attention to, and was super calm and composed on the ball and ultimately secured that goal.
So a 70th minute goal. Now
almost the same score as Burlington's game with Port City.
That's right, we just need one more. So Burlington on the board. Pretty cheeky back heel there to set that shot up. Anytime you can use the word cheeky to describe something, I think it works out really nicely. I try to be careful. You just got to watch out, you know.
Yeah.
It's not my vernacular, so I don't want to use it incorrectly. My English friends might correct me later, so. There's a ball over the top. Ricardo Ferreira, who's had an excellent match. Tucker Kern also been excellent, but runs into a wall there. And Thompson to turn. Martinovic steps in front of it. Lloyd. Ferreira. Ball goes out of play for a Charlottetown throw. Couple of substitutions coming for Charlottetown. And it will be the end of the night for Carson Bryce. In for Bryce will be a player
18.
Yeah, Rafael Capella. It is the end of the night for Carson Bryce and Vuk Martinovic. As Martinovic will come off for Maximos Grafkos.
Number 16. Graphicos, sorry.
(16 and 18) for those of you keeping track at home. There's Rodrigo Ferreira dancing into the box. Tries to find Pacheco, but it's intercepted. And Jenkin, who's moved. Looks like we're really and truly in a back. Well, maybe not. Jenkin has kind of moved into a center back position. He's all over the place tonight. And Maximos over in the other fullback. So Capella and Graphicos, sorry, at the fullbacks. And Charlottetown, good turn there from Rodrigo. What a goal. What an individual effort from Rodrigo Ferreira. Goodness gracious. That is a 74th minute goal, and we have the 4-1 scoreline as Hops apparently took offense to the
3-1 lead.
to the goal from so both brothers Ferreira on the scoreboard for tonight. Sage, that was excellent.
He was super composed on the ball and just took a firing strike at that ball, and it just ultimately ended up in the back of the net.
Yes, and not too dissimilar from his brother's goal in the first half. Not a great angle, but somehow found the right spot for it.
I have a feeling they'll be fighting over who got the better goal tonight.
All right, another substitution for the visitors. I believe that was Arden Tobolski coming off. And in his place, number... Sometimes the numbers don't match up. It's Burlington getting it on the end of this, but Freeman chasing it down.
A little bit of time wasting from Freeman over there.
That's right. Must be fun to come in the second half in a game that's pretty well taken care of. You can lay on the ball a little bit, enjoy the time. Lloyd. Ferreira, that ball forced him to hold up for just a second. Capella. Back to Jenkin. Now Freeman. Tucker Kern trying to free Rodrigo Ferreira, and he will, and he's got the pace on Will Smith, and he dances around Will Smith. Smith goes down, and Ferreira trying for another wonder goal. Ball falls, Brady Lloyd, and in it goes. 77, wow. The Hops are pouring it on. Brady Lloyd, Johnny on the spot there.
Not letting off the gas a little bit. Beautiful ball from across the field and behind. Amazing first touch across the box, and ultimately it got finished by somebody.
Brady Lloyd, who's had a good game influencing from both sides of the pitch, and finally just was right where he needed to be when that ball kind of bounced off the deflection. And it is 5-1. So it looks like Aiden Gummer is getting set to come in for Charlottetown.
I also talked to Brady Lloyd before the game.
Look at that. And it looks like Ricardo Ferreira coming off. He's had an excellent match. The goal, obviously. But Aiden Gummer coming in. As the Hops are what's the word that I'm looking for? They're just emptying the bench. There we go. That's the word that I was looking for. There's Lloyd again. Oh, just a little offside for Josh Swilacki. That would have been a good graduation present.
Tons of graduates this weekend.
Yeah. Well, it's that time of year. Summer is upon us. Pacheco. Well, Sage, I think it's safe to say that we have to keep you up here for the rest of the season because they didn't score for me last time out, and here they are.
Here we are.
5 for you. Just pick out 4 or 5 different guys that you're going to have a conversation with before the game starts. And
that will be the score, I guess.
Just go wild. Yeah, you just decide how many goals you want to score, and you just go talk to that many people. Sounds perfect.
It sounds like a good deal to me.
Yeah, I like it. Much more exciting than having to call the opposition goals and be sad about it. All right, so a free kick for Charlottetown. Are they going to continue to add on? It's a good ball in. Falls to Pacheco. Little volley. Oh, man.
What a strike.
No kidding. I mean, the control on that ball, first of all, to even get that shot off, and then the absolute rocket on the end of it. So maybe a goal kick. Aiden Gummer has, we talked about this last year, a very impressive left foot on that young man. The delivery on the first ball in was right where he wanted it.
Yes. Very good ball and ultimately created a chance.
As Tucker Kern will see that ball play off for a throw. Sage, have you ever had the privilege of being in a match like this before on either end of it?
Well, I haven't played technically a collegiate game yet.
Well,
I've been
even
injured,
in your career at any point.
And yes, definitely in my career I've been on both ends. Definitely prefer one over the other.
Sure. It's the losing end, right? That's the one you prefer?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ball stuck in the corner. Referee has decided goal kick. All right. 10 minutes to go and change. It is 5-1 Charlottetown. Just an absolute goal fest from the home side, which you love to see. Good work there from Graphicos, but he can't control it. Zach Lockie putting pressure on Burlington. That's the thing, these substitutes come in, they're like, I want in on the action. As there's another takeaway from Charlottetown. Burlington able to sneak away from it, and now they will press forward. Wide open end-to-end stuff here. I'm not having fun. Let's say that. Thompson. Pacheco. Graphicos. Ball will fall to Aiden Gummer, but he loses it. Burlington. Oh, that ball definitely hit off arm. I don't know proximity about that. Been told there are four high schoolers in the match right now for Charlottetown. That is the information as I have it.
Very young team, but super effective.
Yeah, I mean, and they're they want to go out there and show what they got, right? That's part of what they're here for.
Right, they want that experience playing at the next level, especially going into college.
Absolutely. Samuel Metzger is in the game for Burlington. Can't see who he came on for, but I'll try to see if I can figure that out. And that free kick goes flying. Number 33, Metzger, in there. Let's see where he went. That's how I try to figure this out. Like, where did he go? Who did he come in for? I don't know.
He's somewhere.
He's out there.
He's out there.
He's
playing.
I think he's on the back line. Yeah, there he is. So Joey Hurley, I think, coming off. Look, it's not that I don't care. It's that I just can't see things from that far away anymore.
This is what I was telling you about the monitor. To scope out the players, see their numbers.
All right, well, we'll talk to the powers that be. I'm getting word of one more substitution as Brady Lloyd is coming out, being replaced by Noah Franks, number 14.
Lloyd has had a really good match today, truly being a playmaker. Talking to him before the game, he really wanted to get goals up on the board, and I think the team achieved that today for
Absolutely.
Sure.
And he was able to be a part of it in the end, too, so that helps. Probably feels really good to have that on your mind. We have the research team checking in to see if this is maybe the most goals in club history.
I was just thinking that. I was like,
you'd think I've been here for all of them except for one, so you'd think I would know, but I don't. And good delivery from Aiden Gummer. Holy goodness gracious! That was an excellent ball that Rodrigo Ferreira almost got on the end of. I mean, perfect pace, right where it needed to be. Absolutely brilliant stuff from Aiden Gummer. This will come out. Ball's going to come into the box again. And there's 6.
Another goal. Wow.
Zalaki. Happy graduation to Josh Zalaki. 86-minute goal. And that is 6 for Charlottetown.
All these goals came with the pace of their front line. They have been absolutely amazing in this game and ultimately have given them so many chances up front and so many goals so far.
Yeah, good delivery there from the wing. And Zalaki was right on it. I believe that was Maximos Grafikos with the assist from his right back position. That's a good striker's goal. Like right there, got into the spot and forced the goalkeeper to do something, and he couldn't. And the kid gets a goal to celebrate his high school graduation, which is nice. That's a good gift.
Nice.
A gift to himself.
Exactly.
Or I guess Maximos got it for him, kind of. He's like, here you go. This is good. This is fun. Forever and ever, just like this. Capella. Well done. Oh, no, Franks got taken down, but the foul is not given. Instead, it's just going to be out for a throw. As Franks, Gummer, over the top. Let's see if Ferreira can beat the goalkeeper to it. He cannot. Those have got to be tricky ones. Because if you get anywhere near the goalkeeper, they're going to call foul on you, right?
Or you're going to get run over, and
yes,
that's going to hurt.
Usually bad. As Aiden Gummer's going to get a foul called going the other direction. Wow, just domination from the Hops tonight. 6-1 with just a few minutes left in regular time. I would imagine they scored twice in the first half and got 15 seconds of stoppage time. Now, granted, we've had a lot of substitutions on top of the 5 goals, in the second half. So maybe we'll get a whole minute out of this one, Sage.
Maybe. Guess we'll see.
Or maybe the referee will be like, just kill it. This is over. This is enough.
But I think it's safe to say who takes the victory in this match.
I feel pretty confident in calling this one for sure.
Having their first win of this season so far, how do you think this momentum is going to go into their next game against Port City at home?
I mean, you gotta. I think what's it?
That's at home.
The Greenville United is the next home game on the 7th at home. So, I mean, you got to feel good about this. Anytime you score goals, that's got to be good, right? I mean, I would not be if I were a player out there, I'd be feeling pretty good about you. We scored. We showed that we have it in us. Those first 2 games have got to be really frustrating. Their next match is on Saturday. Coming Saturday. No, sorry.
I thought it was Port City.
Sorry, they are playing next Wednesday. Sorry, we're getting this worked out. They're playing next Wednesday, this same Burlington United team at Burlington. Their next home game is the 31st. Their next home game is not for a while. They have 3 straight road games. Guys, I am good at reading. I promise you. 3 straight road games for Charlottetown at Burlington United on May the 28th. At Port City, Saturday the 31st. So 2 games in 4 days there. And then they play a Wednesday night at 865 Alliance. And then they're back here on June the 7th. That is their next home matchup against Greenville United. But then it's 3 straight home matches against Greenville United on the 7th, against Port City on the 14th, and against Appalachian on the 21st before they close it out on the road against Bristol City AFC. So we got it all worked out. There we go. We got there's the whole schedule for those of you keeping track at home.
I was looking at the wrong schedule.
As we ended the 90th minute. I mean, you had Port City, there was one in there. Not at home. Port City's not even. Well, we are playing them just on the 14th of June. It's a little bit strange because it's because of the size of the conference. The schedule is unbalanced. So the first season that I was here, it was like home and away for everybody. Mm-hmm. But as the conference has grown, it has become less the case. Foul going the other direction for Burlington as they try to salvage another goal out of this one. As we enter stoppage time, we're all waiting with bated breath for this one to see what the referee is going to do. I got to imagine that there's something coming out of this time, but we shall see. Charlottetown Hops I'd say a fairly just dominating performance from end to end here for Charlottetown.
For sure.
Pretty safe to say?
Pretty safe to say.
That's Rafael Capella. I think we got everybody in the match tonight, so that's cool. It's good. That's what you need. They had 6 substitutes. All of them have gotten in the game. One of them scored. Good stuff. Throw in for Burlington. So we're just waiting for the referee's final whistle. Capella. Oh, good work there. Oh, good tackle. Musica. Oh, good step in there by Diego Candia. Maybe that's an opportunity where Freeman needs to be a little more vocal, that he's got it. Like, that doesn't seem like a, but, it's 6-1. I'm nitpicking here at this point. But we're all about development and getting better, so that's an opportunity for growth.
Another set piece from Burlington.
Yes, I should have been keeping track of them. It's been a lot, for sure, and that is a good delivery and a good header, but it doesn't find the back of the net, as we are just waiting on the final whistle here as we get into the 2nd minute of stoppage time. And that is it. We got 2 minutes this time. There you go. All right. What a comprehensive shellacking on the part of Charlottetown. 6-1 over the visiting Burlington United FC. Goals from Tucker Kern, Tyler Schwartz, Ricardo Ferreira, Rodrigo Ferreira, Brady Lloyd, and Josh Zalaki bring it home for the home side. You like to see it. Folks, like we said, we've got a couple of weeks until our next home match, but please join us June the 7th. We'll be back here taking on Greenville United at the CSO Ortho Carolina Sportsplex. And hopefully Sage will be here because she's got goals. That's all that we know. Sage has goals in her. So, Sage, thanks for being with us tonight. Any last words on this one?
No, it's been an exciting match, and I can't wait to be back at home again watching them take on Greenville United.
Absolutely. So until next time, I've been Robert Morrison, and we will see you next time. Have a great rest of your night.
Yeah. I mean, there's something to this, I think. There's a vibe. There's something. The universe is telling you. All right. Was he good? We couldn't hear you. They're just making fun of you. Was he okay?